Hello, everybody, and welcome back. 2024 Oshkosh World Cup Finals Week action. Winners Bracket Final coming your way next on deck. Number 1 seed United States taking on the 7th seed Argentina. I'm Dolan, and I'll be joined in the booth by Elux.
Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? United States versus Argentina. Two pretty powerful teams. The United States, obviously, the number 1 seed as shown. Argentina getting the 7th seed, but they battled their way all the way up to Winners Bracket Finals. And no matter what, loser stays and goes on to Grand Finals. Each team is guaranteed top 3, but the winner of this will be guaranteed minimum 2nd place.
Indeed, we're getting down to the business end of the tournament now. The rosters for the Americans: Sekre, Trent, Russell, Colin, DeCreeper, and Lexi. Opposing them, the team that's made the Cinderella run all the way to the Winners Bracket Final: Story, Velper K, Ambition, Zeus, Serganza, and Nullcat. We're in for a great Grand Finals, Elux. Or, well, I guess not Grand Finals.
Well, soon to be Grand Finals.
I'm getting a bit ahead of myself.
Don't leak the script, my man.
I'm sorry, it's sensitive information. All right, we got the rolls coming in now. Argentina going to be leading us off with a 68 roll, waiting for the roll from Sekre. It'll be 57. Argentina winning the roll. They will get the first choice here. An interesting map pool we have here, Elux. With these two teams and how their skill sets line up, where do you kind of anticipate these teams leaning into?
Honestly, a lot of maps here are open on the board. I mean, United States has some pretty amazing double time players, so I don't really expect Argentina necessarily to go for the higher approach rate double time. However, the more gimmicky maps could be down to Argentina's alley. Definitely like Nomad 3, they could possibly steal a point away from if the USA decides to choose it. And one map that I'm really curious to see how the players are going to be doing is Mixed Mod 2. That is a brutal mixed mod if you're playing on Hidden.
Yeah, and that's another thing we need to mention. We've got 2 of the very best Hidden players in the world in this matchup on opposing sides. Lexi for the United States and Story for Argentina. The ban from the Americans will be Mixed Mod 3, but I think you're right. Those Mixed Mod and Hidden picks are definitely going to be a big factor, especially for Argentina, because they have a player like Story, Velper K. They've got a very specific skill set they want to lean into, and Story, to lead us off, it'll be Hidden too with the ban.
I'm not surprised by that at all. Story, although he's an amazing Hidden player, lower approach rate Hidden, kind of coin flippy. As you see in chat, he is 50-50 on it. And gonna be starting us off with Nomad 2, Cosmic Blaster, the XCON map.
You can't have a Catch World Cup Finals without XCON now, can you? Here we go for Nomad 2, but Sekre kind of alluding in the chat that that was a very smart ban for Argentina, alluding that they had very good scores on that Hidden 2 pick, and that makes sense. They've got players like Russell, you've got Sekre, as well as DeCreeper and Trent. You've got a lot of really good gimmicky players on that team. So they're going to start with the Nomad 2, 3 minutes in length, 9.8. And it looks like we're going to be getting DeCreeper into the lobby for the Americans. We'll see how the rosters line up. But we also want to remind you, this is the last week that you can buy banners for the Catch World Cup. Grand Finals is approaching. Make sure you get a banner in the OS store to support your favorite team, $2.50, and make your profile look amazing.
Dolan, you're telling me that banners are already about to be starting to go away?
It's so sad.
My Icelandic banner! No!
Now's your last chance to buy all the banners and be just like Sicep and have 32, 38, 40 banners, however many you want, on your profile.
Man's profile is something else with all those banners. Never thought I'd see a super small scroll bar due to banners on the profile before, but Sicep proved me wrong.
Indeed. And now the roster's coming out for Argentina: Story, Serganza, and Velper K. The Americans looking to add DeCreeper alongside Sekre and Trent. Folks, give your teams your energy in the chat. Whether you're cheering for the Americans or the Argentines, let them know you're behind them. We already see the si se puede chats going on in the chat. That, of course, Spanish for yes, we can.
And there he is. There's Creeper rounding out that third slot, getting moved in, getting situated. We're going to be getting that start command right now. The good lucks, the have funs are entering the chat, and we're about to get map 1 underway. Cosmic Blaster Lore, mapped by Xgon, no mod 2.
Our official K sending them on their way for round 1 of this winner's bracket final. Who will advance to the grand finals this year as champions of the winner's bracket? We're about to find out. Map number 1 underway.
And while this slow beginning goes underway, I just want to mention Xgon cooked on this.
That he did. And really good spinners out from both teams, but the Americans actually, I think, took it back at the very end. It's very close.
Yeah, it's just a 1 banana difference between the two teams. All players picking up the 200 combo. And it's going to be the first one to drop, just slightly under jumping, followed by Trent.
Yep, so an early double miss for the United States. Advantage for Argentina. The Creeper going down again. Still 3 full combos on the Argentine side as Velpercade drops the first FC for them. It's Sekre against Story and Serganza, but they both go down. They all 3 go down.
Sekre went down just a little bit after, so that's going to give Argentina a slight advantage, but it's not going to be much.
And now the combo's back up to 200 for everybody. It's a 40k advantage for Argentina. Third of the way through, looking good. Yeah, it's the Creeper having a little bit of trouble here.
I'm still needing to get his fingers warm. Saw his move was a little bit sluggish there in the beginning, but seems to have found his rhythm now.
And now into the second half of the map. Argentina maintaining that 40,000 point lead. This first point is so critical. The hyper droplets, nobody caught out by it. Some more hyper droplets, and the Creeper goes down. And now it's becoming a pretty precarious situation for the Americans here. Argentina's starting to run away with it. Story will trade that miss.
Yeah, so it's about a 45,000 point difference. Story drops again, so that's going to give United States a little bit more chance to come back. But
Trent trades. Quarter of the map left. Serganza falls. Sekre trades. My goodness. Velpercade goes. It's only to Creeper now, who trades it back immediately. The trades are on point today from these two teams, but that spells advantage Argentina as Sekre and Velper trade once again. And it looks as if Argentina may have done enough here. If they can hold on to the closing sections, they will have the opening point.
Story trades it, Trent drops, and that's going to all but seal it. Barring any disconnects, Argentina is going to walk away with the first point of the match, and this is exactly how you want to start out if you're going against the #1 seed USA.
Argentina showing the glass slipper still fits. 1-0, Argentina.
Serganza doing an amazing performance there. About a good 35,000 point difference just behind Velpercade, who is second highest scoring there. Only a 3 miss.
And Serganza coming in with the top score in the lobby of 966,000 points. Brilliant consistency from that Argentine roster. And now the Americans, how will they answer? How will they respond? We did get a little tidbit from the United States Captain Sekre that they had something pretty spicy in mind. It's going to be Mixed Mod 2.
But we need to see if they decide to keep that spiciness going, seeing that they're down 0-1 right now.
And of course, we'll see what he meant by spice, but hard to imagine that we're not going to see Lexi and Story in this on the hidden slots.
Unless the spiciness ends up becoming Creeper on the hidden slot for some reason. And that's what he meant by we're not prepared.
Nah, I think he's going to bring in Colin. They're going to bring in Colin. You never know. You never know. But we'll have to see how the mods stack up here. Of course, this map, pretty challenging on really both mods, but especially so on the hidden. AR 8.3, roughly 2.5 minutes. And there's a start command in. We're going to find out where these mods stack up.
Hopefully they don't make us cross-eyed. Hey, I called it!
Wow! You did! You did! It is the Creeper versus Story on Hidden. Lexi will be going on a Hard Rock with Serganza, and Trent against Velper K on Nomad. You know, I could see it. I know I expected Lexi because just of the hidden skill, but it is low approach rate hidden. But I don't think we were ready for the Creeper.
It is low approach rate hidden, but this low approach rate is very mechanical with the movements. These are movements that you have to practice every single day to be able to hit. Trent drops.
Yeah, it was an early miss from Story, and he'll find another one, so that will keep the United States in front as Serganza also falls. Yeah, now it's only Velper K for the Argentinian side, and the Americans looking solid with the Creeper and Lexi.
Story drops, so that's just going to keep that scoreline building for the United States right now. Trent looking to get back up to 200 combo as Lexi drops.
And he will. Velper goes down as well. Things starting to get a little bit out of hand here, but the Creeper will finally find a miss. Was on a double S on that hidden.
Story trading that miss. Serganza, Velper K, no combos on the side of Argentina. Lexi getting up to 200 combo. The Creeper trades one of those misses back.
Yeah, Serganza doing everything he can to keep pace with Lexi here as the Creeper and Story now trading back and forth, and Trent seems to have found his footing after the early miss, but will go down again.
Yeah, score lines just over 100,000 points difference, but that's going to start dropping. But Story's miss is going to prevent that from going below 100,000.
Yeah, Argentina are really going to need to see a meltdown, and they're going to have to find some combos pretty quickly here. 130,000 points into the final third. It's not looking good as the Americans hold.
Yeah, no player on Argentinian side has any combos whatsoever. Creeper trading, but Velper K trades that miss back. Story drops, and Lexi is just popping off right now. Approaching 700 combo, drops right before he gets it.
Yeah, finally gives it up, but that accuracy tells the entire story for Lexi. A brilliant score, and the United States running away with this one will equalize at 1 apiece. We'll just wait to see what the final margin is. But you see how mechanically challenging the back half of this map is. And Elux is a former World Cup player yourself. You know how demanding it is.
Brutal. This map is brutal. Like, I think my best score with hidden on it was like 660k. This map is brutal as all crap. But United States evening out the score line, a 250,000 point difference, a commanding win on that pick.
921,000 points out of Lexi, the top scorer of that map. And immediately, Argentina will fire with Mixed Mod 1 as their second pick of this match. Now, this one, a bit different than Mixed Mod 2.
Just a little bit different. I mean, the approach rate is not super different. I mean, 8.3, 9.8, it's not that bad with speed. Surely. Now, Copy Fox, Katagiri mapped by Bunray, and this map slaps as well. I am a fan of all the mixed mod maps in this pool.
Yeah, it's a really solid mod bracket. A bunch of bangers, certainly, and just good maps. But you gotta respect these teams immediately wanting to dive into the next pick. They're giving us no downtime here. And we'll see how the mods line up. And now Lexi will be taking Hidden, DeCreeper taking Hard Rock. And they're gonna make us cross-eyed. They did it.
They want to make us cross-eyed.
They did it. But now we will see Lexi versus Story.
It could be worse, though. Serganza could be on the far right side, replacing Felperke, and make us even more cross-eyed.
You know, at least we got our no mods in the right spot.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we go, round number 3. One apiece. Early miss out of Decreeper, and that was a pretty big miss.
Yeah, but super early on, this map is a little under 3.5 minutes in length, so definitely by no means a sprint. That miss early on isn't going to make the difference.
And Velper will go down. That will offset it pretty much immediately. The Americans back in front now. Everyone else still holding the FCs. 4 FCs on the board.
Velper dropping again. So that's going to allow the Americans to just continue building up that score.
But so far,
20,000. Sargonza drops.
Story will finally fall, and Lexi now winning the 1v1 matchup there, but all eyes on Sekre, Lexi, and Decreeper, who are still holding. And Lexi will finally find a miss. Traded by Sargonza on the other side. Story and Velper K with combos over 200, being matched by Sekre Decreeper.
And speaking of Sekre, he is the only player left in the lobby holding on to a full combo, and he's holding on to a double S at that.
Yeah, on the Nomad slot. Absolutely tearing this map up. It's a 60k advantage for the Americans. Argentina still not out of this just yet. They've recovered quite nicely here. If the Americans find maybe a double, triple miss, they can get back into it. Velper K and Sekre will trade.
And no more full combos with that miss from Sekre. However, Lexi drops, and that is going to allow Argentina to build some score back up. It was approaching the 70,000s. At the break, it's 48,000 and decreasing.
And did Lexi also find a miss there as well? Maybe just before or after the break?
Yeah, just slightly before the break.
Argentina now narrowing the gap to 40,000. It's shrinking. Story will go down. No trades. Oh, there it is. It comes out from Decreeper.
But Velper K dropped as well, so that's going to keep the score advantage in favor of the American side.
And misses coming out like crazy here as we enter the final third of the map. This gap is still only 60k. That's about 3 misses right there. 2-3 misses.
Yeah, but with a quarter of the map left to go, couple misses on the United States side. There's one. Oh, start to instantly swing it as long as Argentina.
Oh, Lexi. Yeah, Sekre with a big mix and Lexi as well to follow it up, but Argentina might need just one more coming into the final seconds of the map here. They're all holding beautifully right now. Sargonza is popping off.
Sargonza doing all he can to keep his team in this right now, approaching 1,200 combo on Hard Rock, and there it is. 30,000 points separating the two teams right now.
This is razor close, and Lexi goes down! There's a chance for Argentina to steal it! They gotta hold!
Tracing. They gotta hold, they gotta have US miss. Oh, drops!
Velper down, and that might be all she wrote unless there's a double miss here late for the Americans!
And it does not look like that double miss is gonna come. It is a single miss from Lexi.
Wow.
And this ending section is just super slow and not gonna be enough.
17k, the final margin.
17k. Woo.
Look at these scores coming out of Sargonza, Story, Decreeper, and Sekre. Brilliant scores. Only Velper and Lexi both struggling, and it was really the difference between Lexi and Velper that gave the point to the United States. That's a huge break point, but Argentina showcasing their skills and showcasing why they deserve to be here.
Definitely the United States might have won that map, but one miss would instantly swing it over to Argentina's way. And this match is, if that's any sign, the rest of this match is gonna be a nail biter.
We knew we were in for something special here when we saw these teams in this map pool, but now we'll have to see what the Americans have up their sleeve for their second pick. Notice they're taking a little bit more time, but it's good to see out of Argentina. They seem to have their picks calculated, Elux.
Oh, definitely. I can extremely see why that they opted to go with that Mixed Mod 1 as their second pick. They all looked extremely comfortable, and it's, as you said, only a 14,000 point difference between Lexi and Velper K, so would have been about a 2 to 3k score advantage to the United States if their score line was even, but that's just a few spins.
Yeah, and it is going to be Nomad 4, the second pick from the United States, the Nomad Convert, the Will Stetson map, mapped by AFB. And are we not seeing any substitutions?
I don't think we're seeing any substitutions. Creeper, Lexi, Sekre still in. Story, Serganza, Felper K still in.
They're going to rock with what they've got here. Now, for Argentina, I kind of expect to not see a lot of substitutions, just considering that Story, Velper K, and Serganza are by far and away the best players on the team of Argentina. Not to take anything away from the other players, but Story, Serganza, and Velper K are just the best chance they have. You know, maybe the other three players are... Yeah, maybe they have like one map the other players are practicing and in training for in case it comes up. But most likely Argentina is going to be relying on this core roster to get them through it. And so far, they have been putting up an incredible fight here. But here we go. On to Nomad 4.
This Nomad 4 Confort pick gets crazy and later on in the map. Sekre, Felper K trading misses there. Sekre finding an additional miss after that trade. So it's going to be an ever so slight score advantage, even bigger score advantage now in favor of Argentina as Felper K is recovering quite nicely.
Yeah, Velper recovering the 200 combo now, and Argentina putting a little damage, putting some points in the bank on the board as the Creeper goes down. It's going to further that score lead to 20,000 plus here in the early going. Ooh, Velper!
K.
Ooh, oh! That was a brutal miss there. Can be recovered from. Thankfully, Sekre trades a miss back, so that'll keep Argentina in the lead for now, but that was an unfortunate miss there. You know, when you miss just a whole section, that can really damage the mental.
It really can, but at the same time, that was a really hard section, so out of sight, out of mind, focus on the patterns ahead of you. But Felper is struggling a little bit. That score is starting to inch back way towards the American side, but that miss from the Creeper is going to prevent it from happening. Ooh!
Yeah, Serganza also going down is going to flip it, unfortunately for Argentina. Still in this point, very much so. About 2/3 of the map left. And Elux, once again, the scoreline's very close.
The scoreline is extremely close. And right now, I just want to mention Lexi is popping off 1,000 combo.
Yeah, near double S, just like one droplet miss, I believe. Is absolutely cooking, but so is Story for Argentina.
Story is indeed cooking as well as Felper K finds a miss. Story about to approach 800 combo here.
And it's only 20,000 points. That's a single miss. Serganza going down.
Yeah, and that score line is going to start growing even more. Lexi finally falls. No more full combo for Lexi, but there was a double miss from Serganza and Felper K there. 1 miss to 2, and that score line is now over 60,000 points in favor of the Americans.
And now we're starting to hit critical mass here for Argentina. They're gonna need to see a couple misses come out from the Americans. They can't afford to lose any more ground if they want to come back and steal this point.
But 66,000 points with a quarter of the map left to go, and the map only has hard patterns from here after this slow section.
Yeah, as you said, this map ramps up in difficulty right here in the last quarter. We're about to get into it.
Yeah, Argentina is going to need a miracle here.
I mean, it could still happen if, again, they're going to need a double or triple miss from the Americans, and they're going to have to hold the combo. That's unfortunately what they're going to need, but it is still doable. Sekre will provide 1 miss. The Creeper another.
Ooh.
I don't think that's enough for the Argentinians.
It might not be enough. Oh, Sekre dropped though.
Hold your horses.
Come on, all the Argentinians are holding.
And oh, we get lag right here? Right here we're going to get lag? Really? With 12,000 points of difference in the final sections? Oh no, Bancho! Bancho, how could you?
Like this.
Bancho!
Bancho.
Peppy, why? Why, Bancho? Now we're going to have to look at the MP. Serganza and Velper K missing, though, right there.
We might get a little trio performance from Story, Sekre, and Creeper, though.
It is going to be the United States taking the point by 10,148 points. Bancho robbed us. I hate it.
Bancho robbed us.
A 10K margin for the United States is how that one will unfold. Even though it gave the point to Argentina on the scoreboard, we are having some technical issues at the moment.
I just want to say an amazing performance on that map by Lexi, though. One missing it.
I mean, was matched quite well by Story, though. I mean,
quite well by Story. They both had an amazing performance on that. All players had an amazing performance on that map. Yet another map that was just right there within 4-digit score difference.
Yeah, and I think already, even though the Americans find themselves up 3-1, I think they're already understanding that they're getting a lot more than they bargained for out of this Argentinian roster, who will follow up with Hard Rock 3. Yeah, I believe actually Story was the top player, the MVP slot in that lobby. Just barely taking it away from Lexi.
Ooh, yeah, he was.
So again, the Lexi Story 1v1 coming up clutch here. But now on to Hard Rock, we're entering some uncharted territory. A short one.
Yeah, that no mod 4, both Lexi and Story 1 missed it. It was just ever so squeaking by with that MVP. 981,674 to 981,643.
These teams are quite evenly matched. Unfortunately, chat, there is no VAR. There's only the MP link. We're going to get into round number 5. Argentina picking Hard Rock 3. Story will also throw Hidden on with the Hard Rock.
Not surprised that Story at all there. Wait.
Looks like Surganza had some trouble loading in, so we're going to get a restart here. Poor Story. They just want to play the game.
I think Story is more relieved to see that it was a misinput from Surganza than anything actually serious happening.
Nerves definitely high. But
nerves are definitely high on both sides.
Here we go, round number 5. It starts with a bang. Velper K with an early drop.
Sekre Story trading misses there.
It'll favor the Americans just slightly as we build up to 200.
Velper K drops as soon as he gets back up to 200. Sekre Story getting up to 200.
So far, so good for the Americans. DeCreeper will find a miss, so Argentina now gonna start to pull that score back.
Surganza, Velper K, all trading misses. Lexi Story battling it out, just like in No Mod 4.
Yeah, very early miss for Story, but now winning that 1v1 as both Lexi and Story go down, as well as Velper. The Americans with a 40k lead. DeCreeper and Sekre building up to 200, only matched by Surganza on the other side.
And Velper K is going to get up to 200 combo. Lexi Story follow up as well. And that score line was going to even out at 49k, but Velper K drops, and that score is just going to start increasing drastically as Velper K found a miss in favor of the United States. 80,000 points growing. Velper K not having a fun time at all on this Hard Rock 3 pick. The score line is now over 100,000, and the Americans are still looking strong at over halfway through.
It'll be DeCreeper to give up a combo here at that end of that little break, but as you said, the damage has been done. 90k plus in favor of the United States into the final quarter of the map. The Argentine roster will need a meltdown from the Americans as they come out with a double miss. It just unfortunately doesn't look like it's meant to be on this pick.
Fortunately not. DeCreeper dropping, however, trading with Story. Sekre above 1,000 combo, looking strong, barring that early miss. 140,000 point difference between the two teams. No map is left, and the United States is going to be up 4-1.
And it is the team captain, Sekre, coming through with Lexi here, putting on some brilliant scores, and that will seal the point. 4-1 United States. It is Lexi, the top scorer in this lobby, 973,000 points.
And Felper Cave was just not having a fun time at all on that Hard Rock 3 pick. Probably that second, I'd say around that second chain miss, I think just his concentration completely broke. We see him comboing, breaking, comboing, breaking, comboing.
Yeah, right as the map just got really dense, found a miss, and that's just where you don't want to have those misses. It can just throw off your mental, and you can just struggle to get back into a rhythm there, but it doesn't look like there was much they would have been able to do anyway with those scores out of Sekre and Lexi. But the Americans are going to open things up with double time here. DT1, Monster Siren by Yumeno Himiko. A lengthy map here, nearly 4 minutes.
And Nullcat is going to be coming in, replacing Felper K for this double time pick.
So finally a substitution, and we will see Colin checking in for the United States. So some substitutions coming in on both sides.
Mr. USA himself coming in, replacing team captain Sekre on this double time 1 pick. Nullcat replacing Felper K on the Argentine side.
Yep, time for a bit of double time gaming, the first DT map to be picked this match. But DeCreeper, Lexi, Colin, that's quite a scary DT roster.
It is. Indeed it is. It makes me wonder how the Argentines are going to respond.
Well, Story and Serganza have both been playing pretty well. We'll see Hidden coming out from Nullcat, Story, and Lexi.
What was over 3.5 minutes drops to just slightly over 2.5 minutes once double time is applied.
Here we go. No early misses yet. Everyone kind of sinking their teeth into this.
It's going to be the first one to drop, though.
And Lexi will trade it, both pre-200 misses as well as Colin. So now the advantage for Argentina here off the start.
Nullcat's going to trade it, though. And score advantage is going to be... Ooh, Nullcat!
Finding multiple misses.
Yeah, having to stand still there, find some rhythm back, start recovering. Sometimes you have to, but Creeper, Nullcat, trading, Colin, dropping, Serganza, dropping, Story dropping.
The misses are coming out from everybody but Lexi here. Lexi, the lone savior here for the United States. 60K already in favor of the United States as Story, Serganza, Colin, and Lexi go down. Now it's just a Creeper gets Nullcat.
Yeah, 70,000 point difference between the two teams, a third of the way through. Nullcat, Creeper up to 200 combo. Nullcat looking like they found their composure and are starting to combo this double time one out. Ooh. But trading misses with Colin and Lexi. However, that is going to favor. Yeah,
favors Argentina though, because it's a double miss to Creeper. The only one holding for the Americans. The Story goes down now. It's only Serganza for Argentina, and they've managed to pull that gap down to 48K at the break here.
Colin dropping right after that spinner, though.
Yeah, getting caught out, and that will help Argentina even more here. The Creeper going down. Ooh. Here comes Argentina with a third of the map left. They've got a chance.
They do indeed have a chance. That score instantly shrank below 20,000 for a little bit, but that miss from Story is going to inch its way back over.
Team miss!
Ooh, team miss from Argentina. The Creeper's the only one to trade.
Now Lexi and Colin applying the pain, dealing some damage here. And unfortunately, that might be it for this point.
Lexi trading, team miss again from Argentina. It was a scattered team miss, but a team miss nonetheless, and over 100,000 points in favor of the Americans with no map left to play and come back. The United States is going to make this a 5-1 scoreline.
Indeed they are, as that score is going to rocket up towards the end of the map. Over 200,000 points of difference. And as you said, 5-1 to the United States. Argentina with the next pick, and they need to make it count. You just hate to see it. So many maps for Argentina in this competition have been close. They've been within striking distance, and it just has slipped away from them. But now, Argentina What do they pick here, Elux?
Me, if I'm Argentina, timeout. That's what I would pick.
Yeah, I honestly agree with that. I would be calling a timeout.
You're down 5-1. If the United States get this next pick, it is going to be match point with their pick. If I'm Argentina, I'm calling a timeout. I am going through every single map that's left remaining in this finals pool, and I am picking the absolute best map that we can.
Yeah, definitely a timeout would not be a bad idea here, but we'll see if they're feeling it. They may know what they want to go with, and they do. It's double time 4. I do appreciate them picking a banger. Brown Eyed Girls, Brave New World, map by Mr. Binking.
Argentina opting to answer double time with double time here. We see Nullcat being subbed out, Felper K coming back in. We're just waiting on those 2 empty slots on the United States side to be filled. Sekre taking that top slot. Creeper coming in.
Will it be Colin or Colin or Lexi here?
That is the question. As compared to Double Time 1, which was 9.2 without Double Time being added, this one's only approach rate 8, a bit higher CS, but drastically lower approach rate. And it could be that if Colin does come in, it could be that he is trying to adjust his eyes.
Yeah, the Americans taking some time and thinking about their third here.
Now they have about a minute left until they are going to need that third player to come in. They still have some time to figure it out, but our referee is going to be demanding the United States to have that third player coming in here any second now.
Yeah, and the only player for the United States that we have not seen at all this match is Rossel. It is going to be Trent checking in. I believe it's his second map of the match here.
Indeed, you are correct. The Creeper, Sekre, and Trent wanting to force this to match point. Sori, Serganza, Felper K, the Argentine trio that has climbed all the way to winners bracket finals, trying to find a miracle run here, wanting to answer Double Time 1 with Double Time 4. Will the change in approach rate be the answer for the Argentines to get their second point on the board? Or will the United States squash that hope and force match point?
And what's crazy is this match, we could realistically be looking at a 3-3 scoreline if those 2 maps go the way of Argentina that were just so close. But unfortunately, that's not the timeline we're on. Early misses from Sekre and Trent as this one gets underway. No other misses to speak of as we approach that 200 combo mark. Serganza will fall.
Sekre's going to trade that though, so that's still going to be advantage Argentina right now. Serganza dropping though, so that score is going to start inching its way over to the United States side as Trent recovered up above 200 combo.
Yeah, very slowly as Sekre's only about 50 combo ahead of Serganza. Story going down, that will speed things up as well as Velper K.
The Creeper.
Yeah, he'll trade one of them, but that will flip the score to the United States as Sekre hits that 200 combo mark.
Speaking of hitting that 200 combo mark, Serganza falls right before it.
Traded by Sekre though, so thankfully for Argentina, they're still in striking distance here. Nearing the halfway mark, it's a 13k margin. I mean, you just don't want to curse anyone here when the margin's this thin.
Sekre, Serganza back up to 200 combo. All players on the board above 200 combo. A miss from the United States. There it is. Sekre drops. That score is going to start flipping over to Argentine side any second. There it is.
And it is not traded. Oh, finally now it is by Serganza and Velper K. Trent trades one back. What are these trades today?
Serganza trades, Sekre trades. Trent drops.
Secretary drops.
To Argentine side.
Final quarter, Argentina with a chance. Surganza will fall, but that's okay. Secretary and Trent fell, so they still have the advantage. De Creeper against the world here. Story going down.
Story went down again. Trent trades it though.
A 10K margin. Velper K goes down. Surganza goes down. The United States takes the lead. Final sections
on the Argentine side.
And look at how fast.
Holding on.
Not anymore.
The Creeper did his job and held on to all the combo in the world when Sekre and Trent, his teammates, were trading misses back.
Wait! 2K for the Americans! Sekre and Trent almost gave it back. The Creeper literally held on just long enough to give the Americans the win. Oh my goodness!
Oh my lord, Sekre and Trent. Oh, that was almost passed off. 2 notes. I think like 2 or 3 notes would have made the difference there. Literally 2 or 3 notes.
I mean, 2 more seconds and Argentina.
Not even 2 seconds. 1 second of combo.
I mean, they just need, like you said, literally like 2 or 3 more notes, and that flips. Unfortunate for Argentina, and that is 3 points they've lost by less than 15,000. And now, match point for the United States, and they have the pick. How will they choose to go about this?
That had to have been a wake-up call, though, for the United States. That even though you are up 6-1, at the snap of a finger, the Argentines can easily take a point off you.
I mean, they caught up in a hurry. Uh-oh. Looks like it is going to be Hidden 3. I was about to say, I think Sekre is doing this one for the fans. They've been demanding Hidden 3. And Hidden, honestly, not a bad avenue to go for, but I don't know if I would do that against Argentina.
No, definitely going to be interesting. Although the United States have match point 6-1, the most dangerous thing in the world is a cornered animal. And the Argentines are that cornered animal right now. They will have absolutely nothing to lose here playing the rest of these maps if they happen to get a break point.
And I mean, even if this is the last map of the match and the United States take a 7-1 win, Argentina can rest assured knowing they played an amazing game today, but that is not how they want to go out. They will go down swinging. 9.4 the approach rate here. And we're in stock for nearly 4 minutes of Hidden, Elux.
We are indeed by an amazing mapper, www, aka Connor, aka the man who dedicated this entire CWC to making sure that this pool is amazing. Belper K with early misses, Rossold finding a couple early misses as well.
And we do get to see Rostel come in. You know, we didn't mention him, but the one player that we haven't seen for the United States checking in, De Creeper will find a miss, traded by Velper K. A 20K margin for the Americans.
Velper K dropping Creeper trades, though.
That'll keep him in it.
Yeah, that trade did benefit Argentina a bit more. Creeper dropping, so that score is just inching back over to the Argentine side. Rossel drops. Velper K trades.
Rossel again. Argentina not out of this. De Creeper will drop, and that will flip it. Velper K and Rossel will trade. It's Story and Surganza against Lexi.
Surganza falls.
What are these maps, Elux? These score margins are crazy close as Surganza finds another miss.
And the two players who have not so far, Lexi and Story, once again battling it out against each other. Rossold finding a miss there. Just slightly above 20,000 points. Gonna stay that way as Surganza trades that miss.
Felper K will also find a miss. That's going to further the advantage for the Americans, but eyes on the 1v1 at the top of the screen. Lexi
Russell
against
drops.
Story. Russell and a Creeper. One traded by Felper. Yep, into the final quarter. Last chance saloon for Argentina here. They need a meltdown. Russell.
Russell trading. Saganza above 200. Lexi
goes!
Trades. Story is holding. They need Felper K to hold. They need Felper K to get combo and to hold.
They need maybe one more miss out of the Americans. Felper K will go down. They definitely need a miss now, and they need it quick. Lexi will provide it. That'll trade. They may need one more. The gap is narrowing. 10K. Here we go again, chat. Down to the wire.
A single miss will flip it.
Oh, they need some more help. Felper. And Argentina, once again, it looks like they're just gonna run out of gas before the finish line. A 25K margin to the United States. They take the win, 7-1, the final.
And despite a full combo coming out of Story, the Argentines were not able to pull away that break point. However, they may have lost the finals match, but this was winner's bracket. They still move on to grand finals pool.
Exactly, they do. They do. Since they made it to this winner's bracket final, they've guaranteed themselves top 3, and now Argentina will go down to the loser's bracket final. Well, they will await a challenger, and that challenger will be the winner of the match coming up next between Canada and Poland. But your victors here, the number 1 seed United States, punching their ticket to the grand finals. And we saw all 6 members come in. It was a full team effort today.
Indeed, it was a full team effort. And the United States can rest easy that those close maps are now a thing of the past. They can celebrate this entire rest of the entire day as they watch the Canadian versus Polish match that is going to be happening next.
Yep, and thankfully, because this match did get finished at a reasonable time, that'll be on this channel, this stream, in about 15 minutes. From now, it'll be the final match of the week, and then after that, we'll be getting you the Grand Finals Map Pool Showcase, our last Map Pool Showcase of the World Cup.
I'm excited for this tiebreaker and for the Grand Finals pool.
And you know, it has to be said, that was the closest 7-1 I think I've ever cast in my entire life.
It definitely was the closest 7-1 I've ever casted. Like, I think the United States had a commanding win on 2 picks, I think it was.
Yeah, it was just 2 maps.
Yeah, it was just 2 maps, and the rest of them were just by like 30K, 10K, 17K, 2K. If we were in a different timeline, Dolan, the Argentines could very well have pushed this match to the distance.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was 8 maps played, and at least 5 of those maps could have gone Argentina's way. So we could have been looking at a completely different storyline, but that's not the timeline we're on. And unfortunately for Argentina, that means they will have to play for a spot in the grand finals. But they guarantee themselves a podium spot. And we'll be waiting to see who they face in 11 minutes. The 4th seed, Canada, taking on the 2nd seed, Poland, for the final spot on the podium this year in what has been a fantastic World Cup. Elux, I thank you for joining me today.
Always a pleasure, Dolan. Always a pleasure. Gotta always try and cast with the master caster himself.
Oh, what are you talking about? You're good. But it's been fun as always, and we will see you next time in 11 minutes time for Canada versus Poland. Some new casters will be getting you through it. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.